Apologies for this being a few days late. Basically, when I was told we were doing this, I was just waking up. Or actually, no, the actual truth is, when we were told we were doing this, I woke up an hour later. So, separate video, everybody. So, time for my stuff with the awards things. The big 8, if you will. So, for adapted screenplay, Death of Stalin drops out, because by the looks of it, it isn't even going to be eligible, because I believe it's showing Sundance. It's being shown as part of Sundance, I should say, in January, so it's not going to be in consideration for the awards. It will be over here, weirdly enough. Then again, we're going to get the opposite situation with Wonderstruck, because obviously it isn't out here till April. So you'll see that probably in all the American stuff, but not in the others. So for adapted, I've now got Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Disaster Artist, Last Flag Flying, and Wonderstruck. So yeah, Call Me By Your Name moves in. That seems to be getting more momentum than I think I thought it would get. Because I know how American media normally is with foreign films. They don't like them. They got away with The Artist because it was all nearly 99% silent. So, I don't know. But yeah. By the way, I am shooting these before the Globe, so I'm not using them in any sort of predictions. It's just going on the buzz of previous award stuff and the fact that quite a few films are getting a lot of momentum now, at least behind them. So original screenplay, I've got Big Sick, Get Out, The Post, Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Don't think I've changed that one. I would not be surprised though Phantom Thread somehow crept in the next one that we do, right for early January or whatever. So for supporting actress, I now have Holly Hunter for Big Sick, Alison Janney for I, Tonya, Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird, Kristen Scott Thomas for Darkest Hour, and Millicent Simmons for Wonderstruck. I'm sticking with that one. There doesn't seem to be an indication whether some of these are trying to consider, because I'm not seeing the flyers or anything saying whether Millicent is being considered lead or supporting. So I'm sticking her in here for now. Laurie Metcalf moves in for Lady Bird because of the momentum. I was thinking of putting Mary J. Blige in for Mudbound, despite my I'm going to say not criticism, but despite the fact that, you know, I have a thing against films that are released only on Netflix and not for any substantial period in actually a movie theatre that I can get to. So it nearly made it in to be that considered, considering we're going on the whole, you know, the race issue that the Oscars has been having. I would not be surprised if you could probably replace Millie Simmons with Mary J. Blige on that front. Because I'd have thought there's going to be at least some sort of colour nomination in nearly all the categories. There isn't in mine at the minute, but that's because I'm still waiting for the first of the big ones to really sort of announce its field. So for supporting actor, I've gone interesting on this one. So we've got Willem Dafoe for Florida Project, Armie Hammer for Call Me By Your Name, Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water, Michael Shannon for The Shape of Water, and Michael Stuhlbarg for either Call Me By Your Name or The Shape of Water. Yeah, I just wanted to put in something so there'd be 3 films possibly covered by all 5 nominees. So Willem Dafoe's out there on his own because he does not have any cross-pollination. It seems Army's getting more of the momentum for the supporting actor stuff than Stolberg is, which, to be fair, makes sense. Probably because they're treating Timothy more as the lead, because he is in it far more prominently than Hammer is, and they're both in it more prominently than Stolberg is. But yeah, and I dropped out Bob Odenkirk for the Post because I feel the Post could be the spotlight, the moonlight of the last couple of years. It's not going to get any single award recognition, apart from Meryl Streep, of course. But it might fly in under the radar, if you will, for, like, best ensemble performance. I mean, it might not, but that's the way I'm seeing it at the minute. We'll see how it levels out over the next month. For actress, Meryl Streep, because you have to. But I'm also going for Sally Hawkins for Shape of Water, Frances McDormand for 3 Billboards, Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Margot Robbie for I, Tonya, and Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird. Literally, a very international field, if you look at it, because of course you got the English Sally Hawkins, you got the Irish Saoirse Ronan, and the Aussie Margot Robbie. And I think that probably seems like a pretty strong list, I'd say, as it stands. I moved out Emma Stone for Battle of the Sexes because I think that these are probably overall stronger performances. And again, it's sort of the buzz, and because it's Meryl Streep. If Meryl doesn't get in, perhaps you could put Stone in there instead. Perhaps. Yeah. I should have really put Annette Bening in for Film Stars Don't Die in Liverpool. That might be a regret when we actually get to recognition. So for actor, Tom Hanks has moved out on my list, and in his place goes to Timothée Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name. So it's Chalamet, Bryan Cranston for Last Flag Flying, Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread, Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour, and Denzel Washington for Roman Israel Esquire. So you've got 4 veteran actors and Timothy. It's interesting, though, that some people are saying Timothy had better get all the stuff that he wants because... oh, wow, he's actually in Lady Bird as well. And he was in Interstellar. I'm just looking at this. I didn't even know he was in Lady Bird because obviously it doesn't come out until February. But the fact that he's in some film called Beautiful Boy, which is from the guy that did no films that I've heard of. Oh, it's about meth addiction. Okay. And then he's also in the next Woody Allen film. Which, considering all that's going on in Hollywood now, apparently that might be the... Well, it's always been the garbage truck on fire. But... yeah. I mean, when you look at it, Diego Luna... he's in consideration probably for Coco and whatever, so it's like... oh, I hope it doesn't go wrong. I think Chalamet is all but a lock, probably, for a nomination, considering how much momentum it's got. For directors, I'm moving Denis Villeneuve out for Blade Runner 2049, and in his place goes Spielberg, because of course he does. But the rest stays the same, so it's Del Toro, For Shape of Water, Patty Jenkins for Wonder Woman. I'm still sticking with that because I think they're going to push enough for it to actually get recognition. Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, and Spielberg for The Post. And then for Best Picture, I've moved Last Flag Flying out to stick Call Me By Your Name in, again with the momentum. So I've got my tentative 9 for Best Picture are Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Florida Project, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, and The Shape of Water. Those are my 9. And there you go. Those are my picks. Probably by the time this is out, the Golden Globes will have been announced. So I can look like a complete fool. Even more so than the other guys. With some of our predictions being rightfully right or rightfully wrong. It's not even proper English, but whatever. So yes, thanks for watching. Check out other videos that are either over there or over there. So I still haven't worked out where I've got a point with this camera. Or, you know, just to be on the safe side, or up there or down there. Then I'm covered. Because I've covered all 4 directions. It's brilliant. See you on the next video.